Already have a walker on the bike path. I think I'll walk. Today's Thursday, and this is the road that approaches my Thursday school. Over here is a field to my left, but before it was a bunch of trees, and there was like a trash bag knotted up in one of the trees. And the first day I came here, I kind of caught a glance of it out of my peripheral, and I thought it was a bear. I don't think Korea has bears, but I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, it was genuine panic. So Sarabo is definitely the most aesthetic school I come to. So this is my only school where I actually have a shoe locker. When I was in Sejong, I had my own locker. It had my name on it. It was nice. Felt like a part of the team. This is a very small school. So there's a staircase here, which is furthest from my room. And then out there is the only bathroom. So there's a men's and a women's, or boys and girls, I guess. And those are the only bathrooms in this school. So if I want to go to the bathroom, I have to make a pretty far trip to do it. So today is Thursday. I'm sure I said that, but saying it again. Today's school is really nice. And, I'm sure I talked about that. I'm sure I talked about, how aesthetic it is and all that. I feel like I'm a part of the school. I'm regarded more so, whereas my other schools, it's just kind of like I'm there. And it's easier to get to know the students because the classes are small. It's just, it's got a nice feel to it. It's harder to learn their names now. Whether that's because I have 4 schools, or whether that's because my brain is getting older. I don't know. I feel like not being able to see their face makes it more challenging, because you can only remember their eyes. And so sometimes that makes it challenging, I guess. I don't know. This one, they want me to teach every other lesson, so the even numbered lessons, 3rd grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, that's what they want me to do. And they're very vocal about it. So if I forget and I do like lesson 5, then they're like, why'd you do lesson 5? Like, it's fine if this was the case for every school, but this is only the case for this school. So I have to change my plans for this one school compared to all the others. Like, I can reuse stuff for all the others, but this one, I have to plan additional material. And that would be fine if I had to do that for every school, because then it's like, oh, well, I'll just go ahead and make this for everything. But it's this one school, and sometimes you forget to be like, oh, that's right, I only teach even number lessons here. Even though I'm complaining, this is by far the best job I've ever had. And I don't take for granted that it's a very easy job. But with any job, you're gonna have complaints, you're gonna have things you wish were better, you wish were different, and that's okay. As long as you know, in a healthy way, confront those things for yourself. Because I feel like if I just like bottled it up and never talked about it, that it would just kind of compound. And I think that's what happened when I was here before. All the little things got to me, and I stopped like focusing on myself, and I just let these things build up and build up and build up until I thought I hated it here. But I was mistaken. I didn't hate it here. I just wasn't accustomed to here. And you know, it takes time to get used to anything. And you know, if you're in a new job and it's challenging and you know, things get on your nerves, you know, that's all well and good, and you can usually overcome that. But when you're also in a foreign country and you're having to encounter all these other aspects, all these little things add up. And if you don't compartmentalize them and try to understand, you know, why are these things frustrating to you? What can you do to feel better? Then it eventually snowballs, and you're, you know, frustrated and ready to go back to America where you don't want to be. And so, you know, lesson learned. I needed perspective, and now I have it. This AC unit is the man, or the woman. I don't know. Do AC units have genders? So, I'll teach 4 classes today. They are, first one starts at 9, and each class is 40 minutes in elementary. I think Cyrene teaches middle school, and hers are 45 minutes, or maybe they're 50 minutes. I don't know, they're longer though. So each class is 40 minutes, and that goes by pretty quick. But here at this school, I feel like the classes tend to drag a little bit more because the students, the classes tend to be so small, and so covering material doesn't take as long. I have one student, so my first class is 3rd grade. I have one student, and he has been very difficult. Generally speaking, this 3rd grade class is one of the best I have. They're very friendly, they're very cute. They love just doing games, and like they listen to me, they're great. But this one boy, he likes to crawl on the desk and crawl on the floor and bother other students, and it's very annoying. And I spoke to his homeroom teacher about it, and she's just kind of like, oh, he doesn't understand English well, but he does. That's the issue. He does understand English well, because when I finally can like confine him and have him do something in the book, he does it, and he knows what he's doing. He doesn't have to look at somebody else's book. It's a behavioral thing, but here there's not discipline instilled in them. I'm about to eat my lunch. Just thought I'd give you a look at the view today. So in the distance is Gyeongju World, which is an amusement park, and as my co-teacher put it, it has some of the best thrills in Korea. So I think what she meant by that was that the roller coasters are some of the most exciting, so maybe the most scary. Having such variety is a blessing and a curse, you know. It's nice to change it up every day, but because I have something to compare it to or something to look forward to, then the other days seem worse by comparison. So as the week goes on, doing my routine feels a little more awkward each day. So Monday and Tuesday, doing the things that I want to do, jumping rope, eating my overnight oats, it feels very easy, and I don't feel like I'm out of place or awkward or anything like that, or doing something inappropriate, I guess. Like the teaching gets easier as the week goes on, but doing things for myself gets harder as the week goes on. And then the weekend comes and I'm very lazy, but I've got to do these things. I've got to do these things for myself. And even though it's awkward, and even though like it would be easier to just kind of sit at my desk and lesson plan and watch YouTube videos, that's what I did before. And I don't think I was in a good place mentally or physically. And doing these, these things, jumping rope and eating the oats and, having a routine about myself, I feel like I'm improving my life. And, if I have to go through a little anxiety or a little awkwardness to accomplish those things, then, what's that in the grand scheme? Yeah. This has been really good. Like, just kind of, I don't spend enough time talking about my feelings. I talk to Cyrene about my feelings, but, sometimes she's got her own things going on. So even though I'm not talking to anyone in particular, I'm just kind of, talking to myself right now. It's been a bit of a relief mentally to just kind of parse out these thoughts. It's definitely helped me. And I've always heard that journaling is really good, and maybe I need to take that up, but this is kind of the same thing, and so I'm enjoying it. Oh my God! This is the worst biking trail. It's almost like they don't want me to film. How